this video, we're going to find the parametric equations for a line segment given an orientation. And it says a particle moves from point A equal -1, -4. So these are our starting points. To point B, -9, -6 in 2 hours at a constant rate. So constant rate tells us that we're dealing with a linear equation. The coordinates are given in inches with respect to the standard XY coordinate plane. Find the parametric equations with respect to time. So respect to time means we're going to be essentially finding equations where t is going to be our independent variable for the motion of the particle. So if t is going to be the independent variable, then when I find slope, I'm really looking for the change in x over change in t. And I'm also going to look for the change in y over change in t. So what happened to the x value with respect to time? Well, the x value changed from -6, so this is ending, right? We're going to go ahead and write that. This is the ending. And we always take the ending value minus the initial value. So we're going to start with -9 and subtract the initial value, which was -1. And this is change in x divided by the change in time, which was 2 hours. So we end up with -9 plus 1, which is -8, divided by 2. So I get -4 for the slope there. So this would be change in x with respect to time. So change in x divided by change in time. That's what the -4 is. Now I can write that equation then as x as a function of t is equal to my slope, which is -4, times time. Okay, because time is supposed to be our, they told us here, respect to time, so it's supposed to be, time is supposed to be our independent variable. And then I need to write in what my starting x value is. Well, my starting x value is -1, so I have -1 here. So that's my first parametric equation. Now I need to do the change in y with respect to change in time. So I'm going to have -6 minus, that's the ending time, minus, or ending y value, minus the initial, which is -4, over 2 hours. -6 minus -4 gives you -2 over 2 hours. So I end up with -1. And this would be like, they told us inches, so actually both of these slopes, I should write this is -4 inches per hour. And this would be -1 inches per hour. And then I would just say this is the x direction. And this would be the y direction. So if I go ahead and write this now, this equation, I can say that y as a function of t is equal to -1. Independent variable is t. And then what was the starting point for y? It's -4, so I can write -4 here. So I end up with y of t is equal to -1t minus 4. So which parametric equations work for these two? So I can see right away in the first one I get -t minus 4, which is what I have here. Then I have -4t minus 1 for x of t. So those are the two parametric equations.